Yes, and today, welcome back. We shall be continue the topic on how children in an abusive relationship, how do they cope even when they're adults, what's going through their mind. So we will zero in on how my children viewed their father in the light of their abuse, which is their past, we talk a lot. I'm their friend. There's nothing that they wouldn't tell me as they grow up. So we were just talking. We talk about, that's why I was able to tell you that my son said, oh, mommy, I viewed you as a weakling and somebody who cries a lot. It's part of that conversation. So they just used to wonder, that is one question they all asked. Why did you stay in it for so long? Why? Why as they grow up? And one thing was, again, I tell them the abuse is not every day. There's a cycle to it. And as they grew, as I had my babies, I didn't want to leave them behind. I didn't even know that he wouldn't want me to go with them, because I just felt we'll live forever, happily forever after. So it wasn't really an issue for us to discuss whether if I leave, he will not give me my children, or, not allow the children to follow me. So I found out that they just could not understand why I stayed there for so long. So I do tell them at times I had to stay there until I figure out that they were like emotionally stable. They were no longer babies. They can ask. My first child just became a queen bee to all of them. So I do say, and they're like, oh, mommy, no, you shouldn't have endangered your life. You shouldn't, but it has happened. And now that they see me, that's actually their joy. That's their comfort, their consolation that, oh, mommy has turned out to be this accomplished woman. They're so proud of me. Maybe for those, if I'd lost my mind, oh my goodness, I'm sure they would not be happy. If I'd lost my mind, if I'm in, mental institution, they wouldn't be happy. But they are seeing this woman who is so accomplished, who is so successful, who has brought them up, they are all graduates. So they look and they're like, something good has come out of it. At least our mom is still, it's still okay. So really, that's really what I will say about that. A lot of, oh no, mommy shouldn't have, or no woman or no person should be made to endure abuse. So now you can say, what would they be thinking about now that I'm talking about them? We're on a global channel. Everybody is watching and knowing their story. One thing I like to say is that they are so happy. They are so happy because they tell me, mommy, people need to hear your story. In fact, for a long time, they're like, shouldn't we do a movie out of your life? So they're so happy because they themselves, they're accomplished. So that's one thing with children who go through abuse. Please don't allow, whether you are the father, you are the mother, whoever, don't allow your own experience to stop the life of these children. Don't. Forget, just raise them up. Let them be emotionally stable, and let them be accomplished in their own right. So don't allow your past experiences to affect them, because it sure happens where you've just shut yourself in. Whatever the children are doing is as if you have seen them in a daze, in a haze. No, just be there for them, talking to them about it. And when they start to have relationships, make sure you're watching, how they talk on the phone. No reason, respect, love, so just part of their life. So they've been watching this, and they are my cheerleader also. So they cheer me on. They're like, mommy, go for it. No child should be made to endure abuse, or no woman or no man. So they're so proud of me. It's nothing to be, life happens. So it's nothing to be ashamed of, or they're hiding, because they're accomplished. Everybody, even their friends, are like, wow, we just love your mom. Because she's so forthright. Guess what? A lot of homes that we think are perfect, that we think they're okay, they are going through the same thing, but everybody's covering up. So even their friends, children, they're watching this and they're like, we can identify with that. But some of them stay for whatever reason. They don't have financial empowerment. They don't have family backing. So I dare say they're happy that I'm coming out and I'm talking about it. They know this is why I'm still alive at this time. So this is really how my children have been able to cope. And I know for those who have children that are still going through this, or you brought them up but you are not talking to them, please talk to them. Let them know that marriage can be, relationships or marriage can be sweet. It can be heaven on earth. God created, God ordained, they should enjoy. But if anything happens, you point them, you guide them into what to do. But don't let the abuser become the abused become the abuser. You need to talk and walk and pray for your children. A woman of faith, I pray. So whatever you believe in, just lift your children up and let them know that they're also loved. Don't put them aside when you start another relationship. That's another form of abuse. So so if you have any question, another question that really comes to me is for those who are married, okay, and they start to see maybe traces either from them or from their spouse, maybe raised voices. They know they are coming from position of knowledge. So let them use the experience of what they've been through. I didn't know how to handle it when it happened to me, but they already seen. So they're coming from position of knowledge and strength. So they're like, they can tell the triggers and say, no, we need to stop this, So they've come out the best, out of a worse situation, a bad situation, they've come out the best. So we shall bring this episode to a close. If you have questions, as I always round up, please contact us. If you have stories, victorious stories, just shoot us, your picture and your story, 2 paragraphs, and we shall publish it. Thank you for watching. See you next week.